Welcome to the FitBiz Accelerator, your ultimate guide to launching, growing, and scaling a thriving online fitness business. I'm your host, Tobias Young, and whether you're just starting out or looking to take your business to the next level, this podcast is packed with actionable tips, real-world strategies, and the insights you need to crush your business goals and build the business of your dreams. Now that you're here, let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the FitBiz Accelerator, the podcast for fitness coaches who want to launch, grow, and scale a powerful online fitness business. I'm your host, Tobias Young, and today's guest is someone who knows a thing or two about discipline, about resilience, and about innovation. I'm excited to bring on Ken Schmidt, who's also known as Mr. Expands. And Ken's journey started in Wisconsin, believe it or not. Took him through the military and ultimately led him to become not only a coach, but also a fitness inventor. And he's been training both military personnel and civilians for nearly 2 decades. And he's now the creator of Expands, a patented fitness product that's helping people destroy their dad bods and train even smarter. Ken's also one of the driven coaches inside our elite level coaches program. And today you're going to hear his story, his lessons and insights on turning passion into a powerful product and business. Let's dive in. Ken, let's start at the beginning, brother. What originally sparked your love for fitness back in Wisconsin, and how did that start to evolve with your time in the military?
Yeah, so we grew up in basically kind of like the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, where you're like country kids running around in the yard and all that. And then my family always had me in sports. I was in wrestling since I was about 5 years old in kindergarten. So I was always in some sort of sport and all that. And so all the way through high school, I was wrestling, playing football, track, and all that. And then I didn't quite know what I wanted to be after I, got out of high school. I didn't know what I wanted to go to college for, what I wanted to do with my life. So I had some friends that went in the military. They said it was pretty cool. So I was like, I'll go do that for a little bit, a couple of years until I figure out what I want to do. And yeah, in the military, as you know, is all about fitness. Like we're running, we're humping, we're doing this. We got to be in shape because we got to do our job to basically the best of our ability. And if anybody gets in trouble, we got to pull them out. So they drill fitness into you. We're working out at 5 a.m. We're working out in the afternoon. We're working out in the evening. So this is just naturally coming from sports in high school and being in shape and lifting to straight into the military and being fitness. So yeah, it was great being in the military family where we my first command was in a Marine/Navy squadron. So we worked with both side by side with both the Navy side and the Marine side. So I got to see both sides of that. And man, those Marines are even way more in shape than us Navy guys. But since we were combined together, we had to be up to their standards. So we were working them out 2-3 days or 2-3 times a week, and then us as well too. So it was definitely, so from the very beginning through my career was just all fitness related.
Hell yeah, man. And I can see you as one of those like Navy SEALs, dude, who just goes like stealth and goes undercover. I know you didn't do that stuff, but I could definitely see it with the way that you are, dude. And you've been training now for 18 years, right? Both civilian and military. So what are some of the key lessons about coaching that the average trainer might miss if they hadn't worked with kind of both of those populations?
There's a lot of things going out there, especially now over the last couple of years with all these new studies coming out and all these new techniques and new equipment now that's coming out is crazy. So you just got to listen to your clients a lot because they may have little injuries or they may have, things aren't quite right for them. So something that may work for you because you're 6 foot tall and 200 pounds isn't going to quite work the best for somebody who's 5'3", 120 pounds. Machines are going to be different. They're going to have different angles. They may have a knee injury or something they're trying to work around. So definitely you got to listen to your clients, keep up with all the new technology, all these new studies about different rep ranges, different supplements. Yeah, and just stay in touch with your clients. Communication is key when you have new clients that are all over the spectrum. Even somebody you might not be, normally dealing with, whether it be guys, girls, old people, young people. Now that I'm training more older people versus 20, 30-year-olds that just want to get jacked. Like it's all right, we got to slow down a little bit. We got to take it easy. We got to warm up. We got to do a bunch of different things. So yeah, definitely talk to your clients, listen to them, and work them through to get their best results.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And for those of you who don't know Ken like literally he flexes more than me. He's like the only guy that I know that's flexing more than me because I'm always flexing, especially to other coaches in the ELC. And Ken is the first one to kickstart, and then everybody else starts popping their biceps. And
Yeah.
that's just so cool. So, Ken, what also inspired you to make the leap from coach to inventor with the X-Bands? And was there any specific moment or problem that you were trying to solve?
A little bit. So while we were in the military, we were going all over the world. We were stationed on ships, we were stationed here and there, and we couldn't really bring weights with us when we were on the ship and here and there because they're big, they're heavy. Like dumbbells weigh a lot. You can't bring a stack of dumbbells in your backpack and go. But you can bring bands in your backpack because you got a little bag of bands that only weighs 2-3 pounds, and you can go off wherever you want to be in the world and still get a good workout in. You tie around trees or pipes in the ship or whatever it may be. But back then, there wasn't a lot of accessories to go with them. It was just basically the bands. So then I'm like, all right, like I can come up with some things. So I came up with like the first one was like a multi-piece bar, like squat bar kit that we could all screw it up into like 12-inch pieces, and then you screw it together and you can do squats with it. Then I came up with like tree attachments and door attachments and thigh attachments and foot attachments and all these different attachments that you can use with the bands. So that way, if you're at home or whether if you're traveling or whatever it may be, now you got all these little accessories that can go with the bands, so you get even a little bit better workout with them. So just little things was like, all right, you got the bands, but now I can't. I'm like a little tinkerer. Like if I find something that I had an idea, I'm like, how do I attach this to this pipe or to this tree without messing it up? It's like, oh, I'll, sew this little piece of fabric together and I'll wrap around a tree, add some carabiner clips to it, and then boom, now I can use a tree as an anchor and we can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah, and I love your little gadgets, man, because both me and Ken both go to the fitness expos. We have booths right next to each other, and he's got this one. It's like an all-in-one type. You can do your curls, you can do your presses, you can do your squats, all this stuff. I'll let you talk about that later on too as we dive in, but it's really, really cool. So, Ken, you actually patented the X-Bands, which is huge. What was that process like for someone with no engineering background? And is there any lessons for fit pros who want to create their own tools or IP?
Yeah, so we patented X-Bands as a trademark. We patented a Glutezilla band, which is a specialty designed for hip thrusting. So what came about that is we kept seeing girls, and we were trying to do it where we wrap the bands around your feet and it comes up and over your hip to be able to do a hip thrust, but it wasn't very good, and you had to wrap it around your feet. So I basically took that idea and I kind of drew it up on paper. I sent it back and forth to my manufacturers. I'm like, I kind of have this idea, but not having an engineering background, it's more of like you got to go through like 15 different prototypes to get to the real one. If I was like an engineer, they could do it in one. But I mean, I saved $200,000 not going to engineering school, but I had to buy 12 different test ones to go through. So we came up with the idea. They sent me a bunch of different samples. One of the easiest things to do, I guess, is you would go on like AliExpress or Alibaba, and then that's basically like a worldwide website where manufacturers talk to suppliers, talk to people like me, like buyers, and you can shoot your idea back and forth. You just basically draw it up. There's some different computer programs if you want to get real fancy, different CADs and stuff like that, where you can get things fancier, especially if you deal with like plastics or something along those lines where things have to be thicknesses and blah, blah, blah. But for my stuff, it was fabric. It was really easy. Basically, I just drew it out on paper. I'm like, all right, I want 12 inches in between the feet. The loop has to be about 26 inches. I want the strap to be about 6 inches in here. And then basically they'll draw it up. They'll do it. I'm like, oh, okay, now we got to have like a little wedge into it because your feet's at a little bit of a wedge. Now we got to change that a little bit. And you just kind of go back and forth with your manufacturer until you get it right. Send it out, or first put in a provisional patent. So you got to try to find some patent lawyers or whatnot, and then talk to them. And then you put in provisional patent, and that that saves you, I think 12 months it is, to where you can test things back and forth without somebody coming after you and stealing your idea. But then after that 12 months, you got to put in the patent paperwork, whether it's there's two different patents out there. There's the design patent and the utility patent.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And we ended up getting both of them. So that's really good. So one of them protects the actual design of the band, and the other one protects basically the idea of it. So even if somebody else comes out with a different design, but it does the same thing, that still goes against your patent. So that So that covers you in case somebody comes up with a better idea than you. Be like, oh, why didn't I think of that? That utility patent still covers you. So that way it's good. But I mean, it takes a couple years to get that done. Normally, depends how many times it gets kicked back and how good your lawyers are, and you go back and forth, back and forth. But it's somewhere normally between 1 and 5 years you can get that patent done, and then it's good for 20 years after that.
Wow. That's crazy. I watch Shark Tank a lot, and I always hear about provisional patents and design patents. Now I know what the heck they're talking about. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Ken.
Yeah, provisional patents are easy. You can even do them online, especially now with ChatGPT. You could probably
Yeah.
just do it in a matter of minutes. I think it costs a couple $100, not that much, $100 to $300 to shoot in a provisional patent, and then you can basically test your idea, and you can go through with the different prototypes and stuff until you get it right, and
Yeah.
then you can send in the patent. Because once you send in the patent, it's really hard to change your design after that,
Yeah.
because then you got to basically do the whole process again. So
Yeah.
they
Ugh.
kind of give you that 12-month process to test it, tweak it, shoot it out in the market a little bit, see what customer feedback is, and then when you got it good, then you can
You
put
lock
in
it
the real
in. You're
paperwork.
just like, I'm on lock now. Then so that way you don't get stuck with a crazy bill. And Ken, dude, a lot of
Yeah,
people get stuck in perfection mode, right? You live by the just do it, learn as you go
yeah.
mantra.
It's-
How has that mindset helped you take action in business and also in life?
I don't know if it's helped me. I've definitely made a lot of pricey mistakes, but it's one of those things where it's like you learn as you go. And I I went to college for like business, more of like business management than this, but it's more of just I don't know, you just kind of just do things, and then as you do it, you figure it out. You get kickbacks. Sometimes you end up spending more money on different advertising or different marketings or this or that. But one thing I've learned now, especially working with you, is mentors. I never really knew how good mentors were, but now after like working with you, you're my first real mentor in this new business venture that I'm started. But man, they kickstart your business like 10x, and they'll tell you things like, "Don't do this, do this, do that." So, same thing if there was another person that wanted to start an e-commerce business, like selling different products or whatnot, I could give them tons of advice because I made 15 years of like, different mistakes and spent, wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on programs or people that just didn't work. Where it's like, don't do that, do this, don't go with this company, get this company. Klaviyo's good, Klaviyo's expensive, this, that, and I could, and like print you out like a blue book of like, all right, do this, and they'll just like, catapult people to ahead of each other. So yeah, mentors, I wasn't a big believer of them. You'd see them online, like, oh, like this guy charges so much money, and Greg Cardone and this, and Alex Hermosas and all these other people. But yeah, they're worth it because they
Yeah.
spent millions of dollars getting to where they're at,
Yeah.
and 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So if you don't want to wait 15 years to get to that point, if you want to slingshot yourself there in 1 year, yeah, then just talk to somebody who's already done it. It
Yeah.
makes it easy.
100%, man. I've spent well over six figures just in
Yeah.
my own personal growth. And that way it's like, I can give people the knowledge from that. So that way they don't have to spend six figures and, 16 years trying to learn all that stuff. It's like literally try to, take the fast track. I would always suggest taking the fast track, man. And
Yeah,
you've
especially
mentioned,
now with the technology,
yeah.
like, well, it is going faster than I can even keep up. This TikTok phenomenon is blowing my mind the last year, and
Mhm.
Seller Central on there, and all these new apps, and all these. Well, you need a team, and it's like it is a crazy world now. There was no TikTok back in the day. There was no Google AdWords were like 10 cents a click, 5 cents a click, and now they're like, oh yeah, it's
Everything
technology
is different. Everything. The game has changed for sure.
moving
So
so fast.
yeah. And you've mentioned how opportunities are always changing and to keep your eye on new tech. So, what trends or tools are you excited about right now in the fitness space?
There's in the fitness space. There's some. Let's see. I think the home fitness working out is really getting popular right now. There's a new expo that's just happened over the last few weeks. It's called like Home Gym Con, something like that, where it's basically like people are building these home gyms and working out from home. And this kind of started in COVID, but it wasn't ready yet because manufacturing was still all down. People were trying to get together. But now, over the last 2 years, the home workout gym market has exploded. So people are working out at home more now instead of going to the gym. gyms are getting really pricey. They're getting really, I don't know, they're not as fun as what they used to be. It used to be like hardcore people who work out and all that stuff. Now I go, maybe it's just me getting older, but now I go in there, there's a bunch of kids standing around there in pajamas, and it's like, they're all waiting on machines. Like, I ain't got time for this. So
Yeah.
people are building their home gym. So now it's like, they need the equipment. They need the workouts from at home. They kind of need like a little bit of help, but they don't want to really hire like a real personal trainer to come to house because that gets really expensive. But you can adapt and get like an online trainer or somebody like me or you or these other people that's like, all right, here's your programs, here's what you work out with. But yeah, like 3/4 of my clients all work out from at home. They got their little basement home gym, they got their dumbbells, and they're good to go. And it just saves them time, especially as you get older. You get busier and busier. You get off your job at 5, 6 o'clock. You get home, it's like, man, it's 7 o'clock. I still got to eat dinner. Like, I don't have time to run to the gym. But if you have a little home gym set up, all you need is 45 minutes or something, knock out a quick workout, and yeah, you just get better. So yeah, the home gym market is
the
taking
home
off
gym,
lately.
and you just go to freaking xbands.com, get yourself some X-Bands, and then you don't even need a freaking home gym. You could just get Ken's bands, man. And you're building a brand around the dad bod destroyer, right? Can you talk about what that means to you and how you're using it to be able to connect with your ideal audience?
Yeah, so I really like where this is going. I'm putting together a really good program, and the more I'm into it, we just started it this year, so we're only like 6 months into it, but it is like, I love it. So like, I used to train a lot of girls in X bands because we saw a lot of booty bands, hip thrusting bands, and all that stuff. But now I'm kind of switched. I'm kind of gone back to where I originally started, training in the military, training a bunch of guys and all that. So now I'm reaching out to those guys because we're all 40. I just turned 40 this year. Everybody else has either gotten out of the military the last couple of years, or just, life gets busy. You get kids, you get away from fitness in your 20s and all that. Now you're mid 30s going into your 40s. You haven't really worked out in 5 years. And now, like, you want to try to get back into fitness, but you don't really know how. You put on 20, 30, 50 pounds, whatever it may be. And you just kind of need that accountability that you had either in the military or in a different job or whatever it may be. That's like, all right, let's get up, let's go to work, let's all work together, let's all barbecue on Sunday afternoons, let's barbecue steaks and all that. So it's like building a community of like 40-ish-year-old, 40, 50-year-old dads that are getting back into shape. And like, oh yeah, like I used to work out a lot 10, 15 years ago, then I kind of forgot, and I've just been away from it for 10 years, but now it's like, it's creeping up on me. I'm trying to get out and be active, and I just don't have the energy that I used to. But I'm like, all right, let's bring the team back together. Let's get the group back together. Let's all get in fit or shape together. So just like how I trained you 15 years ago in the military, I'm going to train you the same way now. I'm going to be on you. I'm going to be texting you. I'm going to be seeing you in your program. Text me a video of you working out today. I want to see what you're eating. Same thing I did 15 years ago in the military. I'm doing the same thing now, kicking their butt, making sure they're accountable. And then, yeah, they're getting results. They're dropping 20 pounds, 25 pounds within the first couple of months. And yeah, they feel better. They're active. They can keep up with their kids. Now hunting season's coming up. I'm like, all right, guys, we want to if we're going hunting this fall, we got to be able to climb those mountains and get to the backcountry and stuff. And
hell yeah,
man, that elevation kills you in the backcountry. And
yeah,
like, all right, time is now, not in August, to get in shape.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And for those who don't know Ken, also he's a huge hunter. He goes and he goes after and gets the bear, he gets the deer, he goes fishing. He does it all, man. He's a savage. He's like, straight military, but military for hunting too. So, but Ken, let's switch gears, man. Let's talk about the elite level coaches program. What made you decide to join ELC, and what were you hoping to get out of it when you first signed up?
Yeah, so like being in the fitness community for the last 15 years, we've done a billion expos. I've always seen you at expos. Either you were working at what's your company again? I forgot.
Optimum Nutrition.
Oh yeah, Optimum Nutrition. So I've seen you there. I've seen you at different expos. I've seen you around. I'm like, oh yeah, I know this guy when you reached out to me. And I was kind of just in this transition phase to where X-Bands is kind of slowing down a little bit. And I'm like, I kind of want to get back into training, but like I don't. It was really hard to do it online before. I tried it years ago, and it was just a mess. So the technology wasn't there. I was like emailing pictures of workouts to do and trying to do spreadsheets, and it was a mess. And I'm like, I kind of want to get into this, but I don't really have the time to be able to train people in person as well as go to shows and go to expos and go over here. So when you messaged me and we started talking about it, you're like, no, like technology has changed. They got all these new apps out there now to just make things ridiculously easy. So it's just like you're there in person, but you're in California and they're in Texas or they're in this and there. So it's like, he's like, I already built all this framework out. Within a few months, I can basically build you a whole business, and he could go from like 0 to 100 in a matter of like 2-3 months and build out your home framework. And I can just show you how to do it from the beginning. And like we talked about before, having a mentor is like, yeah, I could probably figure that out over 5 months or 5 years, how to do all this online training, find all these different apps, find my niche, find everything else. But you broke it down, and I was doing it in like 2-3 months. So I had my program up and running within 2 months, had clients coming in right after that, and had basically the framework that actually made sense and had a niche. And basically the way you put everything through to your program, I don't want to spill the beans too much with all the secrecies in there, but it definitely works, and it clicks to where it's like, now we're 6 months into it, we're rolling. And something like this would have taken me probably 6 years to get to the point where I'm at now, 6 months into it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Ken. Thanks, man. And now that you've been inside the program for a little bit, what's been the biggest breakthrough or transformation that you've experienced, whether it's systems, mindset, or even something else?
Now I'm liking where I'm at now because I had the framework put in place. So we have the Facebook groups put in place. We have the clients rolling and going through. So now it's the consistency over the last basically 5 months of you telling us just stay consistent, stay on this point, stay, true to this point and what your vision and whatever it is. And now instead of me reaching out to people, people are starting to reach out to me because they've seen it over and over and over and over again. Like you say, trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because they say you got to see somebody or see some ad or something 7 to 12, 15 times, whatever it may be, before they reach out to you and like, all right, I'm ready now. So now I'm at that point now, 5 months into it, where now people are reaching out to me instead of me reaching out to people. And it just makes things easier. So the thing I'm focusing in most of my time, 75, 80% of my time on my clients, making sure they get good results. And then from there, it'll just spread. I can show their results. They're going to tell their friends. It'll just spread that way. Just kind of like the Elon Musk, the Tesla model. It's like, if you build a good product, you don't need to advertise. It'll advertise itself for you. You're like, he spent $0 on advertising. It's one of the biggest auto manufacturers out there. And it's like, same thing with like Porsche and Ferrari and Lamborghini. They don't advertise. They built a quality product, and they just know from word of mouth that it's the best.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true, man. That's why referrals and testimonials and all those things are huge. What's one challenge though that you faced lately as a business owner, and then how did you overcome that challenge?
Some weeks, like I just came off of a low where I had like 2 weeks, maybe like 2 weeks where I didn't pick up a new client, and it's just like, man, like what am I doing wrong? Where am I not posting? What is going on? Like normally I get like one new client a week, or at least get people talking back and forth, but it was like 2 weeks where I didn't get any leads, and I'm like, man, like what am I doing wrong? And then all of a sudden I picked up 2 this weekend. It's like, whew, got that over with or whatnot. And so it's like same thing with in X bands and all that stuff too. Like your business goes through like busy times of the year, and then it'll be dead for a little bit. Maybe they need to wait till the 15th, the payday, to like reach out to you or whatever it may be, or bills come up or whatnot. So it's like I haven't done all the math. Maybe it's the 1st and 15th people reach out to you more than in the middle of the month. But I don't know. But yeah, but as long as you stick with it, it'll eventually work its way up. So it'll be like this, but
yeah, it keeps growing. And that's why you build a monthly recurring revenue, you guys. So everybody who's out there listening, instead of trying to get paid in fulls for every single client, you want to build what's called MRR, monthly recurring revenue. And that means that you'll stack it up. So for example, if your program is $500 a month and you get 4 new clients for the month, let's just say it's 1 a week on average that you're getting an extra $2,000 of monthly recurring revenue every single month, right? You will have some drop off, obviously, naturally, but every single month it will be plus 2,000, plus 2,000, plus 2,000. So in 4 months, you might be plus 8,000, but then, you might have a little taper off of $2,000. So you'll be up 6, but then it continues to grow. And that's the beauty of it. So that way it'll help. So you're not going to get quite as many ebbs and flows in there. So Ken, what advice would you give to the coach or the trainer out there who needs help with their business, or maybe who has a big idea or maybe even a product, but scared to take the first step?
Yeah, just reach out there and talk to people. Like, try to figure out, there's a social media now is crazy. You can look and search and find anybody. So talk to your friends who are kind of in that business already, who may have already done it or whatnot. So if you want to patent a product, reach out to a business owner that has a product patented already. If you're thinking about getting back into training and doing fitness again, look around in the market, see who's doing it good, see what they're doing. Just reach out to them. Like, most of the time, people are pretty cool and they'll share and they'll like help each other out. You may see some people out there that want to be secretive and not help anyone, but then you just move on to somebody else and not take it for heart. So whatever you want to do, like, just reach out to somebody who's already done it or are doing it and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. I have an idea about this and that. Can we go out to lunch and have, meet for 30 minutes or an hour and shoot you my idea, or, have a Zoom call, something along this lines, and we'll talk about it and see if you can help me out for a little bit. But hey, there's so much information out there, but like I said, if you get a coach or you get somebody to help you out, it just makes things so much easier.
Yeah, that's the fast track.
Yeah.
And Ken, how do you balance your roles, man? Coach, business owner, inventor, and everything else without burning out. How do you do it?
Energy drinks help a lot. Caffeine works good. So right about now, I normally have my energy drink, get me picked up for the rest of the day. But yeah, a good clean diet helps a remarkable amount. Like, you put good food in your body, you get good rest at night, and you work out, and your body just is used to moving all day, and you got good fuel, good sleep, good energy, and yeah, your hormones are regulated. Basically, your body starts running like a Ferrari, and you don't tire out, and you just keep going.
Nice.
Yeah, like, good nutrition helps ridiculous amount. Like, even, well, I'm sure too, you have a cheat meal, you go have a sandwich from somewhere, or have some pasta, dude, for like 3, 4, or 5 hours afterwards, you're just like dead. And it's like, why did I do that? You could have a steak and be like, all right, let's go. Like, let's go. Something light, something dense, some lean protein, and you're off and running. So yeah, nutrition helps remarkable amount.
Yeah. So if you need help with nutrition, Ken is your man. So Ken, dude, what's next for Xpands, or what's next for your dad bod makeover project as far as your fitness coaching? What's next for you?
We're going to keep continuing with the training. I'm shifting a little bit more towards that. We're still going to have the Xpands. It's going to be in the background for a little bit, just because the way the economy and the whole world is right now with tariffs and the amount of competition out there over the years has expanded so much, and the margins have come down. So I'm going back into what I originally started doing now, training and helping people, which I really like doing. So we're going to just keep expanding the dad mod destroyer, basically helping people get back into shape. I like it. I love working with people one-on-one versus just selling them a product and then I don't really get to see them again. It's like,
yeah,
man, all my dads are cool. We go on training on Monday nights and stuff. We had like 9 people in there this last Monday. We were shooting through ideas. We were talking back and forth, and man, that online community where you meet up and you talk and stuff, it's so cool working and building a community of like-minded people and helping each other out. That's like, man, I like this a lot, like growing the community and bringing people together and just helping people get into shape and making them feel better. Like, I feel good. I want everybody else to feel good as well too. So I'm just going to keep blowing the expanded. We're going to different expos. We're going to Sacramento in 2 weeks, and I'll be down in Phoenix meeting people down there. And then it's like just meeting people and getting out and helping them. So we're just going to keep building the training programs up and see where it takes me. I don't know. Like, the sky's limitless when you start going into stuff along those lines. So
yeah,
I like
that's the beauty of online coaching, is you're not limited with the amount of hours that you can put in. I remember when I was training at the gym, it was literally like, how many hours could I possibly squeeze my energy out before I was just completely fatigued? And that's a one-way ticket to Burnoutville, right?
Yeah.
But with online coaching, you can build systems and strategies to be able to help more people. So not only can you create a bigger impact, not only can you be more flexible with your time, make your own hours, but then obviously you can scale your business to a whole new level that you can't do with in-person training. So financially, it's better flexibility. You can pick up your laptop, knock some stuff out. You can travel more. Like, all those things are beautiful. Like, those are the things that everybody dreams of. And that's why I love online coaching. And when I started
Yeah.
doing that 16 years ago, I never looked back. I was like, nope, no can do. Finally, how can people connect with you, Ken, and follow what you're building or get their hands on your dad bod program or expands?
Yeah. Yeah. So real quick on what you just said. Yes. Like the training in person just takes so much audio. Like I still train some few people in person here, but the amount of energy, especially me being energetic and stuff that I put into you when we do an hour-long session, like I do 2-3 clients a day and I am beat. Like
Yeah.
because I'm in there, I'm pushing, I'm yelling, I'm putting weights on, I'm carrying this and that. And I was like, whew, I'm tired. Like I can't do 8, 9, 10 clients a day anymore. Like I don't know if I'm getting old or just the amount of energy I put into people in person, push, scream, go, 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 and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, working online, you could definitely do a lot more. Yeah. So I'm Mr. Xpands on Instagram. That's the easiest way to find me there. There's links in there to all of our Fit Dads Facebook groups. There's a link there to come work with me one-on-one. But yeah, Mr. Xpands on Instagram or Xpands. There's links to go there too. But yeah, we're there. It's just like the logo.
Oh, yeah. And Ken, thank you so much for jumping on the podcast today and sharing your story. You're proof that with grit, innovation, and the courage to act, Fit Pros can be more than just, simple. They can actually build sustainable coaching businesses. They can build real brands. And if you're listening and you're actually trying to create something bigger, head over to tntfitprocoaching.com and let's build your vision out like Ken has. Make sure to follow Ken and check out Xpands. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with a coach who needs a little bit extra push to do it. Until next time, keep taking imperfect action and accelerating your fitness biz. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to the Fit Biz Accelerator. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a tip or strategy to grow your online fitness business. And if you're ready to fast track your success, don't forget to check out tntfitprocoaching.com. Until next time, stay consistent, stay focused, and keep crushing it.